see the ground, yeah. Going way, way, way up. We ain't never coming down, yeah. Look around, yeah. I can't even see the ground, yeah. Going way, way, way up. Can we go even higher? We gon' take it even higher.
Hello, UW alumni and friends. Welcome to the men's basketball Cowboy alumni pregame pep talk featuring former Cowboys Josh Davis and Brandon Ewing. Brought to you by Black Hills Energy, UWAA Federal Credit Union, and Laramie GM Auto Center. The Cowboys opened Mountain West Conference tournament play on March 10th in Las Vegas. The opponent and game time were not determined at the time of this recording. I'm excited to be with former Cowboy basketball players Josh Davis and Brandon Ewing, two of the most prolific players in Cowboys history, with Josh scoring over 1,400 points in his career and his 2000 team advancing to the NCAA tournament, and Brandon scoring over a remarkable 2,100 points in his career. Welcome, Josh. Can you catch us up on the years you played for UW, the coaches you played for, and the year you graduated and the degree you earned?
I went to University of Wyoming from 1998, graduated in 2002. Got to be there with Steve McLean all 4 years. I actually signed with Larry Shyatt to come in, but he left before we came in for our freshman season. So I had the ability to play for Steve McLean and just had a blast there. I got a psychology degree in my 4 years there and enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, welcome, Brandon. Can you catch us up on the years that you played for UW, the coach you played for, and then what year you graduated and what was your major?
Wow. The years that I played at the University of Wyoming was 2005 until 2009. My first 2 years I played with Coach Steve McLean, and then my last 2 years I played with Heath Schroyer. Those years were remarkable, great teammates, great friends on and off the team, around campus. Just tremendous time for me during those 4-year stretch.
You came back a little bit later and got your degree. And what was your major, Brandon?
Yes, I majored in communications. That's where I got my master's in. In between time, I went on to play 7 years of professional basketball.
Okay.
I played 2 years in Greece, where I was guard of the year. I played in Switzerland, Tel Aviv, Israel, and also the NBA Development League as well. And Wyoming always welcomed me back with open arms. So they allowed me to come back to finish my degree like I always wanted to do in communications.
So, Josh, when you graduated from UW, where did your career path take you?
I was blessed enough to play professional basketball for 12 years. I played until 2013 when my body broke down enough to where it hurt too much to get out of bed, and I thought it's about time to shut it down. But I got to play all over Europe, Italy, Spain, Greece, Russia, Ukraine, Venezuela, Puerto Rico. I also played 3 or 4 years, bounced around in the NBA with Philadelphia 76ers, Memphis Grizzlies, Houston, Phoenix for a cup of tea. It was a great time.
What are you doing with yourself after you've completed your pro career?
Real life is not as fun as that was, I'll tell you what. But, it's just a working joke like everybody else. I was in medical sales for about 7 years, and now I'm still in sales, working for a building supply company, kind of roofing and things like that, and just really enjoying myself and enjoying my family.
What were some highlights of you and your teams and some of your teammates in those years with Coach Schroyer and Coach McLean?
Well, we could always talk about on-the-court victories, playing against the UNLVs, going down for the border war, playing against CSU at CSU, beating those Rams, going to the Mountain West tournament, things of that nature. But it was more so the relationships that I had a chance to build off the court as well. Great teammates, as we all know, the Brad Joneses, the Joseph Taylors, things of that nature. When I was playing professional basketball, I always came back. So I have a great relationship with Larry Nance, Jay Strait, Justin Williams, Marcus Bailey, the Bailey brothers, things like that. But it was more so the everyday relationships of the everyday student as well that I had a chance to build relationships with. And I'm still friends to this day. They still text me happy birthdays. I send them birthday gifts. So it's a Wyoming way. It's deeper than just the basketball for me. It's everybody that's involved with Wyoming Cowboy and Cowgirl sports, athletics, and also just the everyday student as well.
Now we look back at your career, Josh, and tell us a little bit about the challenge of the Mountain West Conference tournament. It's not just regular season games anymore.
The teams that I was on, we battled really, really hard. But for some reason, that conference tournament in Vegas was harder than it should have been.
Right.
Even on the 2 years we won the conference championship regular season, we still struggled in that tournament. I don't know what it was, but the support we had down there in Vegas was always amazing. So
what's one memory from the tournament in Las Vegas, those 3 years you played down there? You had some close games and some tight games with CSU and Utah and Air Force. And
I have so many memories of different games, so many highlights of different games that I can definitely go down the list. But I will recall we lost to New Mexico. This is my senior year on senior night at home. I had just missed a buzzer beater or something like that, and I was down. And I remember Kenny Sailors took me to the gym after that game and said, "Man, keep your head up. We have New Mexico again, the first game of the tournament." I did not know this. And we went down to Las Vegas. We beat New Mexico. I think they were a top 25 team. They were a lock for the NCAA tournament at that time. And because they lost to us, I think they had to go to the NIT or something like that. But that was terrific for us to bounce back, not even 3 days later, to beat a top team of a New Mexico like that had J.R. Giddens. They had Steve Alford as a coach. A terrific time for us at that time.
In the year that we won the Mountain West Conference, there had to be a lot of anxiety heading into that tournament selection weekend, I would have imagined.
There definitely was. That was a year where people, nationally didn't think that the Mountain West was that strong. And they were talking about just putting one team in, and it was kind of expected because we had won the conference championship of the regular season that we would be that team as long as we performed in the tournament. Losing the semifinals definitely raised some questions for everybody, and we started to get a little bit nervous considering we hadn't been to the tournament in 4 years, a lot of NIT experience, but we felt we deserved it. It was our time, and luckily the committee agreed. So we ended up getting in, as well as San Diego State, who ended up winning that.
Get through, you get that bid, and then you go to the pit to play some big time teams.
Yeah.
Gonzaga in the first game, and then Arizona. Share a little bit about that experience.
I couldn't have thought of a better way to finish my college career, except for obviously going further. But I mean, that experience was unlike anything I'd ever experienced previous to that, with the NIT. It truly is a special thing to go to the NCAA tournament. It has a different feel, different energy. It was so much fun, and the team automatically gelled to go in there and beat a team in Gonzaga that was really considered, much better than us. They were complaining they had to play us because we were showing some talent that they were afraid of. We're much bigger and stronger and faster. So we were lucky enough to pull that win out. And then, we still talk about how in the Arizona game, we played against 7 or 8 guys because the officiating was not top notch. You could see there was some questionable things going on, but we still battled and fought, and I believe it was an 8-point game in the end. But we were in that game to win, and I think we should have if we only had to play against Arizona, to be honest with you.
Well, Brandon, what word of advice and encouragement would you have to the Cowboys as they head to Las Vegas this week?
My advice to the young Cowboys, my advice to the team, to be your biggest fans, to be your biggest cheerleaders during this time. When someone makes a layup, cheer for them, each other's back, the ups, the downs, the twists and turns of this tournament, and enjoy the ride. And to the seniors, go out, hang your hat, go out swinging for the fence, and try to bring it on home to Cowboy Nation.
As they head to the tournament, what would be just a quick word of advice to your Cowboys?
I'm proud of them for what they've done, and just sports in general, being a coach of high school kids, and it has been tough. I'm sure it's been incredibly tough on them. Just a strange year. But I know as athletes, it doesn't matter. Put us outside with a metal net, put us in a 20,000 person arena. It really doesn't matter. We just want to get out there and play. And I know that's how the guys feel, and they're probably very grateful to be able to have played this year and just really excited to get into that tournament. So just put your head down and don't look back, man. Just keep fighting until the end. Anything can happen in the tournament. Anything can happen. So, you can get your way into the NCAA if you just work hard enough.
Hey, so great to spend some time with you, and we'll catch up again real soon when we get on the other side of COVID.
Always a pleasure, Keener. Always a pleasure.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the time.
The game will be played on Wednesday, March 10th on the Mountain West Network, or you may listen to the game on your favorite Wyoming radio station on the Cowboy Sports Network. Follow the UWAA and UW Athletics on social media and the Mountain West Conference website for the opponent and game time. Take a photo or video of your Cowboy basketball celebration using the hashtag #PokesAtHome and tag the UW Alumni Association for a chance to win a piece of UWAA clothing. We will choose the most spirited submission and will contact you if you are the winner. Membership dues directly support these pep talks. If you are a current UWAA member, I thank you. And if not, and you want to extend your UW pride by becoming a member, please visit our website at uwio.edu/alumni. Thank you again to Black Hills Energy, UWAA Federal Credit Union, and Laramie GM Auto Center. Now let's get that Cowboy spirit going and sing along with us to Ragtime Cowboy Joe.
He always sings rag music to the Cadillac swing. Back and forward in the saddle on a horse, pretty horse. Got a syncopated gator and you ought to hear the beat. Stupid war, fish, repeat how it runs. Yes, right. When they hear their music coming, cause the Western folks all know he's a ragtime cowboy. How about you, cowboy? Ragtime cowboy.